Welcome back to my channel. Thank you for joining me again. And today it's day 8. 8 days to go to the health and care worker visa in the UK. So today I'm going to talk about how you secure your COS, your certificate of sponsorship, because that is what you need. That is the critical thing to get you that visa. So first and foremost, if this is the first time you're seeing me on this channel, you're welcome. My name is Rita. I'm a clinical research nurse in the United Kingdom here. I'll be taking you through your journey to getting that visa to come and work in the United Kingdom in the health sector. So today we're just going to do a quick summary and then we'll get on. For those of you who don't know what we're talking about here, it's the new visa type that's coming out very soon. 15th of February is the day, hence we are counting down 8 more days to go. And with that visa, you have to be able to secure a sponsorship certificate, so a certificate of sponsorship from an employer, a verified, reputable employer, verified by the government, and they will give you that certificate to apply for your visa. And so the requirement, the financial requirement is you cannot be earning less than £20,480. Please remember that figure, very important. Or £10, 10 pence an hour. And that is average full-time working hours of 37.5 hours. So do the maths, make sure that annually you're earning nothing less than 24.80. Anything more, fantastic for you, and that would help you to be able to apply. And also you can bring your partners, your dependents, and bring them to the country, and you can, this is a pathway to settlement, so you can renew this annually up to 5 years, 3 to 5 years thereabouts, and you can go ahead and settle in the United Kingdom if you then qualify. So just remember all these things. The key date 15 February 2022, and the amounts that you'll be needed. And of course, to make sure that when you go, you check for the right employer, you secure that job. So I'm really today focusing on that certificate of sponsorship. Very important, and many questions, so many questions about, but how do I make sure? How can I get it? There's so much competition out there. It's all out there now. How do I secure mine? So I'm just going to do my best and give you my own tips, okay? Things you need to do. So just a few steps. First and foremost, of course, you need to go find the job. So you're making sure to check the right website. Check my other videos. I've explained about some websites. I gave you some key websites that I usually use to find my own jobs. So go in there. You're sure it's a safe place. The website is a good one and it's secure, and you find your jobs. And just so you remember, at no point does money change hands. No one is going to be asking you to pay in any account so before you can access this job, or any application fee. I don't know about that. Not in the United Kingdom. At least not from what we've seen in many years. So just remember when you go into this website, so please stay safe. When you do find that job that you want, and of course you apply for it, make sure that you have done your homework beforehand. And you prepare for that job. So you go and register. They need you to register. You want to send an inquiry to them. They want you to contact them on telephone. Whatever it is they're asking, is there a form you have to fill? You go in there, you do all these things. And then secondly, you have to prepare. You would have prepared your CV, an up-to-date CV. We will have an episode where we'll talk about your CV, giving the CV for your employer. All right, you want the best. You want to be able to present yourself, put your best foot forward, and get that job. Okay, so prepare that CV. Make sure you have the barest minimum. You definitely explaining your knowledge and skills. Okay, let me see. Of course, you know how your CV is written. Like I said, we'll talk about that. But you want to make sure you explain your educational background. Let them know what you've done before, your job experiences, and then just put everything out there so that they know to what degree you're trained, to what degree you're educated, where you've been and what you've done, because they want to know your character as well. People can get a lot from your CV, see what your interests are, the things you've achieved, your achievements, You had any awards, you've written anything, publications out there, accolades, whatever, indicates that these things are there, and you can provide evidence if requested, show that you can bring some evidence to prove the things you write there. Make sure you have a good look at your CV, okay? And make sure you're the one writing your CV, because these people, they bring the CV to the interview. So please make sure that what you're writing there is clear, and you're accounting for everything that you will be saying to them on the day. Okay, so a very good CV. Yes. Next, your supporting statement. Now, perhaps not all of the employers will require this. Perhaps the care homes might not ask it of you, but chances are the NHS, oh yes, the NHS will ask it of you, that one is certain. Or any other affiliated organization that provides that type of services or their type of employment. Those affiliated with them will probably use similar style of application process. So your supporting statement has to be, I'll talk to you about that one as well. Really, really important. That is where you put it all in, okay? That is where you have that shot to just say, hey, I'm here. Notice me. I want to get shortlisted. All right? That is a direct conversation with your future employer. Your supporting statement. It deserves its own episode, and I'll do that for you. Okay. And then the next step, you get shortlisted. So we are heading for that certificate of sponsorship, aren't we? So we need to get the job. So you will get shortlisted. And usually, if you have registered an email address, if you've applied for the job via their website, you will get that notification. So if you do get shortlisted, expect an email from them. Either the email you have given to them will come. Make sure that this is coming from them. Verify. Okay, official email is really important. You need to know who you've applied to. You need to know their official address. You should be looking for the organizations, is it .com or whatever. Look for the proper address. Anyone sending you at blah 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 beautiful girl or blah 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 say hi or talk to so at gmail.com at yahoo.com, please run no. Okay, so you need to know that it's coming from a reputable email address, and you can do a search. Sometimes you can do a search and find that that's the official email address of the HR department. So I think that's really important, because I'm starting to hear lots of stories about scams out there and people, I don't even want to think about the sort of things that could happen. So please just look out for yourselves out there, because a lot of people are interested in this. There's a lot of chatter on it online, so be very careful. And when you do get shortlisted, it means that you are being invited for your interview. So you want to get that interview invitation, all right? So getting shortlisted means that you are being invited for your interview. Now, usually the interview will obviously give you a date, but this is all done online. Don't forget you're overseas, and they will be speaking to you via either the Teams or the Zoom. It will be online meeting. Okay, get prepared for that day. Once again, another episode will be dedicated to that one, because interview, it's really important. So I'll be giving you tips on how to make sure you present properly, as we will say, present properly on the day, be able to communicate and try and clinch that job, because that's what we're aiming for. This certificate of sponsorship is what is needed to get the visa. You're going to take that to apply. So if we don't even secure that, you already know what that means, okay? So we need to secure that COS. Very important. So when you do get that official email message telling you that you have been invited for your interview and it's on this day and that, start preparing yourself. If you can read up on things, do read up on them. I'm going to do an episode, perhaps the next one, about for those of you that you're not required to provide any qualifications per se as a care worker, obviously at level 2 starting level. However, the competition is out there, and quite a few settings, not just the care homes are recruiting, you've also got the hospitals, you've got nursing homes. Some of them want something more senior, a bit more experience, a bit more knowledge of what you'll be coming to do, something a little bit specialist. There are various, so look at the job vacancies and think about what you've got going for you. And so I'll be explaining to you how you can add these things to help boost your chance interview. When we talk about it, we'll be explaining on how you're going to present yourself, and how you're going to demonstrate that you match with your core values, the core values of the organization, your own person, your character. All that is coming. And then next, we're looking at your additional documents. So by the time you have hopefully passed the interview, you will get either a call or an email explaining this to you. Sometimes, especially with the NHS, when you do that, usually it's in country. So I wouldn't know how what applies for those overseas. But usually they will take your mobile number and they will give you a ring. So you'll be expecting that call. So you keep your line. You keep your line free because you're expecting that call. They'll say probably by the end of today you hear from us, or in 48 hours we'll call you in a week's time, whatever it is. So you'll be expecting that call. Once again, when people call you, make sure that it's the right person. Do a little bit of a check if you have to. I just need to be sure that it's the right person I'm speaking to. Let them introduce themselves. Let them tell you, and of course they will not tell you anything verbally that they will not follow up in writing. Very important. So somebody calling you up on some hidden number or some exotic number, you think, oh, this is from overseas. And then telling you that you've got the job. Congratulations, Thomas. And you're jumping. Congratulations. Congratulations, Thomas. Congratulations, Nkem. You've got the job, blah, blah, blah. You're all happy. And then the next thing you start hearing story. To get this job, please send together. Don't even go there. Like, seriously. So just be sure you can verify what you're hearing as well, because they will send it out in writing. Once again, check that the email address is correct. Check that everything is. We don't usually do typographical errors. They're quite rare. So check the grammar. Check that spellings are correct. The logo, things like that. Match it. If you're in doubt, check with people. There are other people. I'm sure most of you actually have contacts here. I'm not going to say check with me, because then I have like 1 million documents to check now. Can't do. But my point is, contact them yourself actually, and say, this is what I received. HR department, I just want to verify that this came from you. So at all points, keep yourself safe. Okay, we can't overemphasize that, because we're hearing some stories. That's why I'm saying, depending on how many steps are required at that point, usually they will ask you for additional information. You might straight away get an offer, but usually it might be a conditional offer. Okay, conditional on passing a few more checks, which would be your obviously your occupational health is going to come up. So they're going to screen you for your occupational health. This is where I was talking about in my other video, the sort of documents you need to make sure that you have. So you have your vaccination history ready, because at that point, they're going to ask you to show these things. Most of the care homes now require you to be fully vaccinated, and they want evidence of this straight up. Okay, they're not even playing, straight up. And then for the rest of the country, I believe it's 1st of April 2022. Other care settings, the hospitals or wherever, it should be, it probably will be mandatory by that time. We don't know for certain, but 1st of April 2022. So you need to be having that conversation with yourself as well. Is this for you? And for those of you who have misgivings about your COVID-19 vaccinations, I mean, I'm going to leave that one to you entirely. That's your choice. And so you need to have those conversations with yourself. So additional documents they'll be expecting from you. At this point, I will be saying to you, if you've got things like, even though at the interview you might have mentioned it and said in your CV, but at this point you want to be able to bring up all evidence of your educational background. Number one, obviously your degrees and whatever, but also, additionally, to stand out. Remember, you're trying to stand out. We are trying to get the COS. You get why? You get why? There's a reason. That's what I said. COS. So, I will explain. Care certificate. I'm going to do an episode quickly on that one. All right? So, at that level, level 2, yes, you don't need any formal qualifications. It's a non-regulated workforce, as they say. But just to have it standardized, you know, there's a care certificate. You might have heard of it. You can do, there are websites that are offering it for free, okay? You can do the theoretical part of it, and then when you come into the care setting, your employer will arrange for you to get assessed, you know, the practical bit. There is no failing. It's no exam per se. It's not. So don't get concerned for those of you that don't like this level of, scrutiny, as it were, this rigor. It's just a case of gathering enough evidence in your workplace to say, yes, I'm able to, I know how to do this. I can feed, I can help with feeding, I can help with mobility, I can help with, ambulation, I can help with so and so. So you would demonstrate it, okay? So in the interview, you would demonstrate verbally and say, this is what I've done, these are the instances when I did this. But then when it comes to those supporting documents or additional documents, you'll be showing to say, this. It doesn't hurt. I'm not saying that all of them are asking for it, but I'm saying to you, at least you, my people, the people that are here, I don't know about the ones that are out there, you that have come and you've clicked on this video, I'm saying to you, I want you to have the best chance to be able to, get shortlisted, get noticed, get that job, get the COS, and then get your visa, and then come and meet us. So I'm saying to you, it doesn't hurt. Some offer it free. Go on the internet, search for it. Do it. It's easy. It's straightforward. It's information. Take your time. Read it. Understand it. We'll talk about the role as well, the role of a care worker. So watch my videos. Not because I want the views only. Of course I want the views. Are you joking? But watch my videos, because in each of them, I am telling you about the job. I'm telling you what is applicable. I'm telling you what you need. And I'm speaking from experience as well. I've done the job. I've been a care worker for many years. So I'm telling you what I know. Yeah? Go and do these things. Get these things right. Also, they'll be asking for your references. Some of them will ask for 2 references, whatever. This is the time when you will get all these things to them. So you might have to send them across. So remember my other videos where I explain about your references. Have that conversation with your boss. Have that conversation with your tutor. Whoever does it, I don't know. Whatever setting, whatever situation you're in now, get those things ready. You'll be looking at, for those of you that have your MVQ3 or that are doing it now, the level 3 or the QCF diploma, whatever it is you're doing to support, to boost your chances, get those documents ready and give it to them. Once they see, they're like, yes, this one is serious. This one actually knows what we're talking about. So go ahead and get all these things. Your vaccination history, especially, very important. Your vaccination history, I told you about that one. Immunization history, rather, I should say. Your immunization history, get those ones ready. So remember things like tuberculosis certificate, like I mentioned before, they require that, your COVID-19 vaccination, your DBS, the enhanced DBS, the criminal check. Remember the police form from your home country. You see these things, this is when they come into play. So you must have done this before so that you're ready to give that document to them. With the police clearance form, 6 months it expires. So think about when you'll be applying for it and think about when you'll be entering the country. Okay? So you're going to have to calculate that one and think it through. But just remember that this is what is needed. So start doing things now. Start gathering things now. Start looking for those jobs and start putting out. If it's a form you have to fill, go and fill it out. If it's register. Start doing things. It's almost time now. We just have 8 days to go. So in a week's time, you could literally be pressing that button, submit. Yeah, submit, and that's that job out there. Okay? So when you've satisfied everything that your employer has asked you for, they will be issuing you with that certificate of sponsorship. You will have that unique reference code that you can go in and input into your application to get your visa. So really, really important. But the key things, I cannot stress enough, make sure before you even apply, make sure that the salary is the appropriate one. Nothing less than £20,480. Okay, nothing less than that. So don't make that mistake. All right, some people have gone as far as applying and all that just to get to the point where they think, oh, hang on, I've done the math and that doesn't quite meet up. So remember this, very important. So when you do get that, you do the application, and we're keeping our eye on that date. We hope everything goes well, and we are looking for that code 6145, because 6145 will be the code, the ONS code, occupation code, that will cover this stream, this unregulated workforce that the country is saying, United Kingdom is saying that they need. So for now, we've got other codes, but we're waiting for the 6145, and hopefully that will mean that these other settings, the care homes that have been saying to you, we don't want this, we want this. There will be a uniform information out there for all of them to say, yes, you can go ahead and employ these people from overseas at this level, at this pay range, and you can get in there early. Don't just go for the big names. Look for the care homes in your area. So if you're moving to some, Gloucestershire, if you're moving to Exeter, look for the region the region, yes, but also look for your where you'd like to reside. Go on the internet and check out some places in the UK and see if you like that area. Look around, get more information about it. Do you have family close by? If you don't have anyone, you just come in like some of us when we came in our bag, knowing nobody. Wherever you stop, wherever you're going to get that job, have a look, start to think about it. As we like to say, start to manifest it, okay? And it will be. So don't forget to share this video. Don't forget to like it, subscribe to it, and share it to people who need it as well. If it's not for you, but people that need it, please go ahead and send it to them and let them watch it and understand. So because as long as you have all the information, you understand this process, okay, you're able to secure your certificate of sponsorship. That is absolutely key. Everything else we're saying is going to support that, and they're all important, but the key thing is that without a COS, you cannot apply for the visa. So you see why I had to come and have this conversation with you today. Let's secure your COS. So everything you can throw at it. Yes? Yeah. So I'll see you on the next one. Gotta go. Bye.